So this is where I've been camping the last week in Florida. If you can see back there, it's like a park. I'll show you when I come out. Now don't mind the mess. Somebody else had their tent all the way back there, if you can see it. And they made a mess. Be getting here. But packing my shit up, getting ready to go. Best $30 I ever spent. A fucking collapsible cot that's only like 6 inches off the ground. Fucking worth it. Don't mind that trash. That's not my trash. Well, except for some of those tools I threw away. But yeah, that's the old setup right here. Big old tent. So for everyone that was asking, is there water on the property? I'm gonna set up camp at least by the base of it, but I gotta find out what the rivet markers are for. But if I'm not mistaken, I'll do more research, but I believe it's from that marker all the way down, not that one, but the next one, past these two. I'll survey it better tomorrow, but just for y'all to know, plenty of water. We ain't got to worry about water. My bad. Setting up camp. I forgot to record the first part. It's a simple. So I don't know why I stopped recording. I'm still new at this, guys. But pretty much from that point, after the tent was made, put the tarp for extra rain protection, and then the actual rain cover that it comes with on top. But when I tell you thick woods, thick woods. And now it looks like this pine's more on the top of the property. It's not even as sloped as I thought it would be. So that might kill the whole inside the side of the mountain. I'll have to finish actually scoping the property because we got 350 feet, I think it said. 450 feet all the way up from here to there. And then our furthest part is like 250 feet of whole riverfront access on this side of the river. And there's like, I think like a 25-30 foot span on the other side of the river bank we own too. And then, like I said, it's like a triangle. If you see it on the posts I've been posting in the pictures, it's kind of like a triangle that comes up to the hill. But like I said, a lot of good trees, a lot of hardwood trees. I don't see any of the birch trees, you know, the good ones to make the wax balls to start fires and stuff right where I am. But there is some down there. If you can see it, I'll zoom in. You see it with the flaky bark, that good wood. Just scrape it off, start a fire easily. But this is the start, guys. Home is officially planted. No one can take it, no one can steal it. We're gonna make it happen. Now the way back through the woods, it's a little thick, but I found the best way is to just find your path and then ride the river to the actual, I guess it was an old logging road, access road that someone once put in here and then didn't do nothing with it. So it definitely made it a lot easier to get down to the river than trying to actually hike through the woods. But if you call that a stream, a river, and me, it's a little bit more than a stream. Stream to me would be like a roadside ditch. That's actually got some good flow to it. Hopefully there's some fish in there. We'll find that out soon. But yeah, just pretty much follow the river and I'll show you the access road. Yeah, look at that. See what I'm saying? What you say, like river, you see those ripples? And I know it's raining and it's wet out, so it might not always be this full, but if you look at the banks and how cut they are, this stays pretty full. It doesn't look like it'll die down. And from what the maps show, there's 7 open stream heads above us going up the river that feed into this. And then there's one past us that we gotta kind of cross over to get out here. But yeah, like I said, just slowly picking my way through. Don't have the machete that's on order that's coming. I got the hatchet, but I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and hatchet all this all day long. Be twice as quick with a machete that's made to handle thinner stuff. I'd say a hatchet to me is more used for thicker stuff like this stuff and beyond. This thin stuff, this little stuff, that's machete, clippers, whatever you want to use to take it. But personally to me, like I said, that's my MO for what I decide to use certain things for. But when I tell you, great property, to me, this is wonderful. From what I've seen walking up and down the road from the church, a lot of clay, like clay dirt. And if you see here, a lot of good fertile ground. So like, see, it's that clay mud. But you also got to remember all that dirt that's up here, when we dig the pond out, would be good soil to start a garden foundation based off of, because it's got all the ammonia and stuff like that from the water and fishes. If there is fishes in here, I believe there is. It looks big enough to hold some, but that comes to tell when we decide to fish one day. We got food coming, so starting to get food isn't our primary concern at the moment. Primary concern would be to build the outhouse with the bathroom, like a Roman bathhouse, and get the shower system installed. Get a toilet installed. It might be ghetto at first, but that comes with time. And yes, I know I'm wearing shoes, but they were already wet, and it makes sense to just let them be wet instead of pulling the boots out. And now I got wet boots and shoes instead of just one pair being wet. Like I said, we just slowly make our way through. You know, that's where we're going. Kind of fell off the stream a little bit though, but you can't miss the access road. You can see the tire trucks and all that in there. So now we just gotta find out who exactly owns that access road, so that way we can get permission to, I guess, continue it would be the right word to say, and get pardon, or what do they call it, where they allow you to access and put a road in to get into through their property to your property. I forgot what it is at the moment. I'm pretty much shot. It's been a long 2-day trip to get all the way out here from Florida. But yeah, like I said, it's flowing pretty good. And this, like I said, is without, this isn't with the rain and stuff, but it hasn't been a torrential downpour. So, like I said, I'm figuring this thing stays running. Now, see, this is one that was saying that's after our property line, but this is what I figured a stream I was getting. Now, what do you think? Stream or river for that? Is that a river? Because to me, this is a stream. That's a baby river. But keep going. And here should be the start of the access road. I can't wait to get all these pricklers out of here. They're fucking my parents up. But it's alright. Things happen for a reason. Just like I said, by chance. I didn't even ask this man to donate. God willing, he's been a friend for 2 years. But he just hit me up last night after we talked for like an hour. Hit me up, I'd say, 2-3 hours later, and said, hey man, what's your Cash App? I got someone willing to sponsor you. And I was just like, what you mean? He said, yeah, I need your Cash App. Well, my Cash App I don't have at the moment. It got messed up by someone letting them use it, trying to be helpful. And I said, I got PayPal. He said, all right, give me a minute. Text me back, said, that'll work. Send it to me. Sent it to him. And I don't know, within 20-30 minutes, we got the first donation of $200, which was used. 30-40 of it was used for more groceries to come with, because I didn't know how long the delivery would take for the rest of the stuff I ordered to get here. So I just wanted to make sure I had enough food on deck to last till the estimated delivery date, which was Friday or Saturday. But while we were down in Memphis ordering the Uber after the money got sent, guess what? Behold, first big quantity of delivery was supposed to be dropped off, and they missed me because my phone was charging in the laundromat. I was outside smoking. I missed Amazon's text message and call asking where the hell I was, because they couldn't find it, because I think I put the wrong address from what Google showed me the address was. It's a completely different than what the actual addresses are out here. So tomorrow we're gonna be up early. They hit me up about 10:30, so I'm figuring be up at the road intersection by 9:30 and just sit there however long it takes for them to come through and wave them down and get our packages, and then slowly move them back and forth. But yeah, like I said, someone had an access road in here once before, and oh my god, lifesaver. Really is a good lifesaver. Now I just gotta figure out what all these ribbons are for, and tomorrow's big event, after getting the delivery, will most likely be using Google Maps and the actual county property viewer to figure out exactly where the corners of the property are, pull them back about, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe 10 feet. Just that way I know I'm way off of it for when we have the real adjuster come out here and do it, so none of our work is taken down or has to be told to be taken apart. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then hopefully the chainsaw will be here shortly. That wasn't in the first order, it seemed like. But then again, guess what? Tomorrow makes another day, which means it might have came in and been shipped tomorrow with everything. So maybe I missed it for a reason. That way I was here to receive it. And also that way I could actually get it and be more of it than just a little bit of stuff they do have at the moment, which I forgot what it was when I looked at it, but it wasn't all of it. But it did have one of the most important things. It did have the small solar generator that came in the pack. So at least I will have power to charge, because I couldn't charge my battery pack at the laundromat. They only had one plug. So I had to choose either the battery pack or the cell phone. And to me, the cell phone was the most important. So we got a cell phone fully charged. Now we're a little bit below half. But by 10:30 tomorrow, we'll have power. And then, ta-da, you can see it all the way out there. Which doesn't do justice to distance. But that's the church. So, like I said, and look, like I said, all good clay up here. Great clay. Whatever you want to build with clays and stuff like that, we got it. Now as to rocks, yeah, I haven't seen many rocks, which kind of irks me because I need rocks to build a fireplace inside the log cabin. But you know what they say, you look hard enough, you'll find them. But just off of glancing around, I haven't seen anything. I also glanced around the stream a little bit, but I didn't see anything. But normally, there's a stream, you'll find a lot of good rocks that get washed up when the water cuts through and all that stuff. So, yeah. And people asking, is it legal to have an outhouse? I mean, the church has got one on the corner of their property. So if the church can build one, there's no reason we can't build one. You see it? See the toilet seat? So, or toilet, we got the outhouse, which I'm gonna put the outhouse and the shower together, because a lot of people say, oh, I do that, the outhouse is gonna stink up the shower. No, if you build the outhouse properly and you maintain it with pine needles, wood chips, and all that other good stuff, you're fine. We got a dog coming too, and there's goats. Look it, there's a herd of them. I didn't film it earlier, but if you see by the doggy, there's a goat. There's a whole bunch of goats and baby goats. So someone by here is doing the same thing, and a lot of the lots that I've seen are just getting cleared, or they just got one of those tiny sheds as big as they can make it. So we're gonna see what's going on with the neighbors at church on Sunday if they come, and just slowly get a hold of everybody and meet the neighbors. Thank you for watching. That was the in and out of the property. Like I said, the church will most likely be where I meet most people. That way they're easy to get in here. They know where they're going. And we'll find out more about the church, or that road and access at church on Sunday. But yeah, look at it. They're still coming. Look at them. I saw them. You see them? The two goats? And then there's the baby. You see them coming? The little baby. You see them? Look at them. It's a whole goat family. It's a whole goat family. But yeah, look at them. Like I said, it's somebody's whole herd. So either they got left out here, or they escaped from someone's pen. But yeah, there's a whole herd of goats. Hey, I'm not messing with them. Good boy. You want to say hi? Come say hi. No? Okay. I'll leave your goats alone, Bubbas. Good boy. Good boy, Bubbas. I ain't gonna mess with your goats. Take care of your goats, Bubba. Good dog. Good boy. Yeah. Good puppies. Look at, he was coming after me too. Like, don't fuck with my goats. Ain't that cool or what? But yeah, like I was saying, like I said, the other neighbors, see, they all got like them tiny shed setups. And then the next guy up there, he's got one, and then he's got a trailer on half of the property. So we got neighbors to help us in these situations, and they got vehicles. So hopefully everything works out, and we'll have easy rides to get to town, people to help trade and work with. Yeah, this is the neighborhood. Yeah, like I was saying, the other neighbor who's got his little tiny shed, if you see the white cap. And then on that side, if I go up the hill a little bit, you can see it from the camera or not. Zoom in for you, so Chris, you see it? There's a trailer back there too. Now it does look like some good winds come through here every once in a while, like tornado winds. But keep the land cleared, know how to build, and you'll be structurally sound. And in this poor lot, I don't know if they're just a weekend warrior or someone tried like hell, because they cleared a little bit of that land. If you see the tree stumps and all that, and they stopped. Their tent was blown over. I kind of stood it up. I didn't want to fuck with it too much because there's stakes all over the place. But yeah, so God only knows if they're just weekend warriors or they gave up being out here. I guess we'll find that out when we meet people. And then we have this neighbor, which is good to know. I don't know why he parked it on top, but great to know we got a neighbor with a machine. Help get that road built better. Help get in there and clear some land better. So it's always good to know we got a tractor neighbor. Always work something out to get them to help you. Money, trade for work, but yeah, their driveway goes down a ways. I mean, that's the end of the road back to somewhat society. It's old country roads. If you look at the one I'm walking on, looks like it hasn't been repaved in 10, 20 years. Morning, day 2 on the property. It's got to be about 7:30 in the morning. Been up since like 7, just organizing the inside of my tent a little bit, getting ready. As you can see, I'm still in my tent. So what happened yesterday, phone was dead, didn't have really much power, so I didn't record much. But the first full day being here, I went out from the river where I came in all the way up to the top of the lot, found the actual road they put in for this lot area, or the community open lot, sublot spot they have. Then met a couple, older couple, that's a neighbor, a younger couple, that's a neighbor, and then they're with, the younger couple's with the son's dad. Then there's the other couple, but we're just not gonna probably be apart with them, or a little bit here and there, but they're not so up to par to say. And then after I met them, I tried to get my UPS package, my Amazon package, not UPS. Motherfuckers drove right by me, of course. Then the young couple, the son, he came down. He actually helped me figure out my markers, which I'm gonna finalize them today and show you guys that. And then cut a path along the perimeter going up at least the straight side today to get up out of here, make it easier path to get in and out, because there's a lot of small trees, briars, stuff like that. And then get up there by 10 o'clock, 10:30, go get my Amazon if they stop. Because yesterday, at the end of the day, we went into town with the older couple, and they showed me where the stores were that's not too far away, and where to get good service to upload these things for the moment. They also said AT&T works out here, so I might be switching to AT&T instead of Verizon, which is shitty to say. I've had Verizon since I've been 16 years old, but I mean, what works and efficient isn't just the best motto out here. It's not what gets the job done. It was what gets the job done right. Yeah, so we went to the store, did all that, was able to communicate with people, let them know what's going on. So today's big whole adventure is clearing out the one straight path, make sure we're actually on the right lot, and make it easier to see it, because they put the corner post out, but they never put verticals in between the lots. And then hopefully, if we can get that done early, get the Amazon package after lunch, the plan would be to go where I found these nice, like, I guess, mini cliffs or like caverns where the mountain is washed away, and it's perfect for the inside the mountain cabin I want. It's already dug out. I mean, I'll have to dig a little bit around the corner, square it off, and build the chimney and the fire pit in the mountain, but I don't have to do a lot of digging. I could build it and then backfill it to it when I'm ready. So that helps a lot. And yeah, to start getting that marked out, get the chimney, because come Sunday, it's supposed to be fucking freezing all next week. So I want to at least get something built, a fireplace, and then even if I don't get the cabin built, might move my tent there, and that way I could use the fireplace to heat back towards the tent. We'll see about that. Or I might keep the tent down here, have a fire outside the tent with hot rocks in the tent with me here and there until I get the cabin fully built, which will be built within a week. So either hopefully almost during the cold we're done, or after this last cold spurt it'll be built. Yeah, that's the update. I'll show you guys some more videos that I'm gonna do today. The pathing, where the house is gonna be, and all that. All right, stay tuned. So we're here at the stream. We don't know exactly, because them marking it out, they did it like shit. But we believe my marker is from this tree right here with it wrapped in it. Not that flag, but there's another tree, not that flag with the spray there. There's another tree back in there that shows that the river is here. The river is in my property, connected with those trees. Right behind those trees is another one with a rivet, and it's not like that one where the rivet's below the circle. It's like this one where the rivet's in the circle. So what I want to start doing, because if we look at it and we lined it up with the road, this green tree here and the back side of my camp should be my property line all the way up 800 plus feet the mountain. So I'll keep you guys updated on the trail I make and show you, and that way we can mark it out and make sure it's the right property. So I was saying about how the pits are already in and then they open back up, so I don't have to dig much. There's one here, there's one all the way back there, and there's one right next to this one. So Now we just have to get the map line straight to figure exactly which one I can use. Which I'm thinking this one and that one's on my property with all this good cedar. I got a lot of cedar in this property, a lot of maple, a lot of hardwood, and I got some pines, which is great because the pines I want to use for building, maples for sap and acorns, hardwood, the cedar for roofing materials, and it's good shit. So if I start logging it and dragging it to the road, I already talked to somebody and they do it for a living. They'll come and pick it up from the top of my driveway off the dirt road and haul it and pay me for it. But yeah, see, more cedar down. So this is gonna be about where the house is. I'd say it's about, so like I was saying, they're about halfway into my property. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 1/3. But that's where home's gonna be, in one of these pits. So it took all day and nothing else got done, but we got part of our delivery dropped off today.